With an add-on lens like these, you can create a true widescreen 1.33:1 aspect ratio like you see in the movies. In this video we will compare the Ulanzi Anamorphic Lens to the one from SVAssets, and we will find out which one that you should get. Hey, what's up guys, Julian from SmartphoneFilmmakingPro.com here, the ultimate online course about smartphone filmmaking. And today we will compare these two add-on lenses, and those are actually my favorite ones that I have. And I've already said it in a recent video that I love the widescreen look that you get with an anamorphic lens like these. And I would also love to get this with my, with my normal camera. The only problem is the price. For a proper good quality anamorphic lens, you do have to pay several $1,000s just to get started. On the other hand, if you pick an anamorphic lens for your smartphone, you can start for just about $100. And today we will compare two of my favorite options that there are out there at the moment. So I have divided this comparison into 5 different categories, and the winner of each category will get a point. Oh, and in case you have not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so to not miss any of the future content. But without any further ado, now let's start with the comparison. And the first category is the price and the packaging content. So let's start with the one from Ulanzi. And here you get a nice silver aluminum case with the lens, 2 plastic covers, and a clamp to mount your lens to your phone in case you do not have a case. And you do get all of this for currently about $90. And on the other hand, if we take a look at the lens from SVAssets, you get a soft case with also the lens itself. You also get 2 covers. This time the front cover is actually a aluminum cover, so it feels a little more secure. And the awesome part is, with this lens from SVAssets, you do also get a circular polarizer. And in case you do not know what a CPL, a circular polarizer filter, does, well, this is a filter that filters out all the polarized light out of your image. And this is extremely helpful when you are shooting through water, or in case you try to shoot through a car window, for example, and also in case you want to get a very deep blue sky. And for all of these things, you do need a circular polarizer. And you get all of this for about $130. So if you take just a look at the price, well, the point clearly goes to the Ulanzi. However, if you take a look at the entire package, in my opinion, the point goes to the one from SVAssets. So I will call this category a draw, and you can decide for yourself what is more important for you. So the next category is the overall build quality. And I have to say, both are built really nice. I've said it in the review about the Ulanzi a few months ago that I really like the build quality. The lens from SVAssets is no exception. The one thing that I prefer from the SVAssets lens is the metal front and the cover of the lens. This just gives it, a premium feel that I really like. So I will give this points to the anamorphic lens from SVAssets. But also keep in mind that the difference, is not absolutely massive, but you can actually, if you pick them up, you can actually feel that this is just built nicer, and yeah, in my opinion, this is just better. So the third category is all about lens flares. And that's also one huge reason why I love shooting with these lenses, and that is the lens flares that they create. Usually when you see these blue horizontal lens flares, well, you usually see them in the movies. And these small lenses, they also create some really nice flares. And I was testing them both outdoors and also indoors, and to be honest, I could not see a huge difference between the two. So again, I will also call this category a draw. And before we come to the most important category, which is of course the image quality, I would like to talk very briefly about Smartphone Filmmaking Pro for a second. We are the ultimate online course about smartphone filmmaking. We currently have over 60 tutorials and well over 6 hours of super high valuable content that will step up your smartphone video quality a lot. We cover all the technical aspects that you need to know, we cover some creative techniques to spice up your videos, and we also cover the entire editing part on a computer, but also directly on your smartphone. And additionally to all that, we have about 10 more videos covering different ways to make money filming with your smartphone. Just click the very first link below that like button to watch my totally free webinar where I share the top 5 secrets to shooting cinematic videos with your smartphone. Alright, so let's talk about the image quality. And that's where you could see the biggest difference between the two. Because as you've probably already noticed, those two lenses, they are pretty similar in most aspects. But when it comes to the overall image quality, I always had a little, trouble with the Ulanzi lens. The middle, the center of the frame is sharp, but the edges tend to be a little soft. But don't get me wrong, I still think that the lens looks very good and you can get definitely away with it and you can still get some very nice looking videos with it. But if you compare it to the lens from SVAssets, well, this just has a better image quality, period. The edges are also a little softer compared to the center, but I guess that's just, that's it with pretty much every anamorphic lens. But overall, it just, it looks sharper and it just looks better in my opinion. So this point goes to the lens from SVAssets. However, as I said, you can get great result with both lenses. And the last category that I want to talk about is the weight. And you might be asking, well, why is he talking about weight? Because, shooting with a phone that is super light anyway, and nobody cares if it's, 3 grams heavier or lighter. And well, I would say it depends. If you are just shooting handheld or with a rig, then yeah, you're absolutely right, weight doesn't matter. However, if you also like to shoot with a gimbal, well then weight is a very important topic for you. And the Ulanzi lens only weighs 31 grams and the anamorphic lens from SVAssets compared to that weighs 49 grams. So it's clearly a lot heavier than the one from Ulanzi. Okay, so now we know how heavy they both are, but now let's find out what this actually means. The Ulanzi is lighter, which means it's better and easier to use on a gimbal. And the one from SVAssets is heavier, which means, as we talked about before, it's built better, it's better glass inside of it, and the overall image quality is better. However, if you want to use it on a gimbal, you will have a harder time compared to the one from Ulanzi. So overall, to sum this video up, I think both lenses are really good. And when you plan to use a gimbal often, I would say you maybe should go more with the Ulanzi. And if you want to just get the best quality period, you should go with the one from SVAssets. But there you have it, guys. Let me know which of those add-on lenses that you prefer and which one that you are currently using. And in case you have not watched my free webinar, make sure to check it out because it's just jam-packed with value. But that's it for now. And as always, if you guys have any further questions, please let me know.